A fool with a tool is still a tool. If you join Moeed and I on ChatGPT for sellers, you'll gain a deeper understanding of your customers and their needs, allowing you to tailor every sales conversation you have with them to resonate more closely, to align more closely, to tie more closely to their intended outcomes, to their preferred communication style, and help you to build stronger relationships. You'll gain a competitive advantage through really understanding how to use the tools to dig into the industry, research it, understand the landscape in which your competitors and your customers operate. Being able to differentiate by identifying the strengths and weaknesses in your competition, being able to compare and contrast them in the same way that your buyers are, and being able to predetermine or guess what your buyers are going to do in terms of pushback and objections and how they may favor a competitor. And we're going to teach you some fundamental strategies to ask the right questions, because this technology is incredible if you ask the right questions. If you don't, it's going to take you into the bad data in the internet. My understanding is about 11% of the internet is searched when it goes out and does its search. If you don't direct it to the good bits, you know what lunatics are out there. So Module 1 is an introduction to ChatGPT, and it's a deep dive look in the mirror. We're going to have you analyze your business and your situation, your product, your market, your skills. But we're going to have you look at it through a different lens. We're going to start with the threats because it primes your brain differently. Once we've done the threats and opportunities, weaknesses, and strengths, then we'll do a SWOT analysis. But we're going to go backwards because we want to rip the scales from your eyes in terms of what reality is and what it isn't, and where the potential is, and also to become very familiar with understanding you, your impact on others. Module 2 is really about knowing your customer like you've never known them before. Your job as a seller is to develop a deep understanding of your customers' needs, pains, motivations, aspirations, the better future that they're trying to create. So we're going to teach you how to gather that information using ChatGPT or Jasper and other technologies, but how do you go about finding that vital information so you really understand your customers and you can tailor every conversation you have with them, every email, every ad, whether it's top, middle, or bottom of the funnel after they bought, to make sure it aligns with your customer and where they are on their buying journey. The next module, my particular favorite, is deconstructing your buyer's psychology. This is really understanding the psychology of decision-making and how you can influence buyers' decisions. So we're going to be applying neuroscience, we're going to be applying rhetoric, we're going to be applying various other skills and techniques, and we're going to be applying psychological models to understand the human beings that you sell to. We're developing this process called IQ AI squared, which is really about asking intelligent, quality questions to generate quality answers, and using the AI to drive the imagination. It's a very powerful tool, and you can get it to be a workhorse, or you can get it to be a creative companion. And in this module, I think your mind will be blown. Then we're going to look at more deeply how to analyze the buyer's industry. Moeed's interviewed 450 odd CFOs and CXOs, and every single one of them has said a couple of things. One is that trust was a defining factor in whether or not they bought. And the second thing, which feeds trust, is, do you understand the industry, the marketplace in which I occupy? It's not just my business, but do you understand the meta level as well as the macro level and the micro level? Well, you'll learn how to do that. Now, understanding your competition is really key, but then being able to break down their proposition to find the weakness in their strength, to be able to turn your weaknesses into strengths for their non-customers, being able to identify untapped need and unmet demand. And all of these modules are leading to the final module, which is your hypothesis development and delivery, making sure that the research that you put in is credible, it's powerful, and even if it's wrong, it demonstrates to the buyer that you are somebody who they need to know, because you've done your research, you've come up with a credible hypothesis, and without all the information, you're willing to come and challenge them. Now, it won't work with everybody, but it will give you a damn good chance of getting to those impossible to reach decision makers. The ones who don't pick up the phone, the ones who don't respond to email. They're not really on social media. They're too busy. So if you'd like to learn more, then click the link in the blurb below and let's have a chat. If you want to talk to us before reserving your seat, book a 15-minute call with me. I'll put that link below as well. And if you want to book, it's $6.99. It's not a great deal. 6 modules. There's also another version if you want coaching, but just click the link. You can find out more. In the meantime, stay safe, have fun, and go out there and experiment.